Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. I got kind of a quick impromptu video for you guys today, and that is check your weather forecast because there is a dynamite cold front coming through at least my area here in Southwest Michigan. I'm sure other parts of the country. So definitely get on Wonderground, look at the 10-day forecast, and see if this is coming through your area because I think this is going to be a really good opportunity to wrap your tag around a buck or just a deer in general that we oftentimes do not get this early in October. So I've got my Wonder Ground here pulled up. This is for my area here in Southwest Michigan. And guys, I guess just to make it really simple, I'm sure lots of you use this app to you plan your hunting days around looking at the 10-day forecast. If you don't, if you've never used Wonder Ground before, just high level. When you see the red line temperature and the black line barometric pressure far apart, it's probably not the greatest deer hunting day. Like if you look at today, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got some rising temperatures and a falling barometric pressure. I mean, it's beautiful weather out there, but it's early October. This is kind of what I would expect in Southwest Michigan, and normally it's not very good deer hunting. But if you take a look, basically Thursday night, but really going into Friday morning, this red line and the black line start converging. They start getting really close together. So we've got a falling temp and a rising barometric pressure, and that is an indicator of good deer hunting. So this cold front, it's going to drop our highs, 16 degrees from Thursday to Friday, over 20 degrees from Wednesday to Friday. We've got a great barometric pressure, a northerly wind, often correlating to a cold front, but we normally don't get that many, solid cold fronts and good north winds this early in October. Couple that with, I don't know if you guys pay attention to wind speed much, but I have been more in the last couple of years, and we've got a really just nice, steady north wind. So deer movement, in super high winds, a lot of times is not great. I've also seen now deer movement in really, really calm, still days is also not great. So we've got this steady, like 13 to 8 mile an hour winds, just a solid, we'll just call it 10 mile an hour north wind. That is another good factor that is telling you to get in the woods. You've got a good wind speed. It's out of the north, which you've probably got multiple spots set up for. Great cold front, temps dropping, barometric pressure rising. I think Friday and Saturday are going to be really good days. Couple that with the moon phase. So I'm not a huge moon phase guy. I pay attention to it. I don't put all my chips in the moon phase basket. I really think of it as kind of like icing on the cake, that it's when it correlates to something like this, like a cold front, I think it's just another factor that's going to amp up deer movement. But if it's shows a great, moon phase on my moon phase app, but it's 80 degrees in the middle of October, I'm probably not going to pay much attention to it. In this instance, though, we've got the full moon coming basically like Sunday, Monday. If you look at what I've got here on my best deer movement times app, it's got a 4 deer feeding index, and that's just kind of its quick little way to show you what days are good to hunt. 6 deer is the most. We've got major and minor feeding periods, so that's based on moon position during daylight hours. So basically, we've got cold front, dropping temps, rising barometric pressure. We've got a good wind speed on a north wind that a lot of us have probably got setups for, and it's coupled with a solid moon phase. If you can burn a day Friday, do it. Make sure you're in the woods Saturday, honestly, even going into Sunday too. This barometer, it's going to start dropping. The barometric pressure is going to start dropping a little bit after Saturday, but it's still going to be higher relative to what it's been. So this weekend is a great opportunity, you guys. As far as where to hunt, I'm probably not the best person to offer advice for on this, but I can tell you what I'm going to do. I think deer in the morning, if you've got a spot that you can go into and you really don't care if you blow it up, but it's got potential, I'd say do it. I know a lot of people say don't hunt October mornings. I typically don't. Me personally, I've got a spot on public land that showed me solid potential opening weekend, and I went in the morning. I'm going to go right back there because that spot for me is just a spot for me to hunt as I please. It's got potential, but quite frankly, I do not care one bit if I blow it up. It's kind of my spot to just hunt whenever I want to hunt, try some new things, see how deer react, and not have like the worry or the pressure of potentially blowing up one of my spots that I know is really good, that I know that I need to save. If you've got a spot like that Friday morning, get in there and do it. Friday night though, if you can be on a food source, I think that's good. If you can be in between known bedding and a food source, I think that's even better because I think deer are going to be on their feet a little bit earlier going from bedding to food. So you might be able to catch one in kind of a transition zone. If you've got in that transition zone, which is what I'm going to key on Friday night, if you've got acorns dropping between bedding and like a destination food source, definitely be on that because I think that is going to be the ticket Friday night with the, barometer almost peaking. I think acorns between bedding and primary destination food source, I think that is going to be the ticket Friday night. And honestly, probably Saturday night too. I would focus on something just like that. So you guys, take a day off if you can on Friday. If you've got this cold front coming through your area, we don't get many of these in early October like this, so take advantage of it. Have fun, get out there, get after them. Please let me know how you guys do. I'll certainly let you guys know how I do. But definitely let me know if this cold front leads to putting a buck on the ground or even if it's just putting meat in the freezer. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck out there. Be safe. And remember, be a sportsman, make a sportsman.